everyone, what is up and welcome back or welcome to my channel. It's me, Marissa here. So if you clicked on this video, I'm guessing that you are curious about what living in a college dorm room is actually like, and I'm here today to spill all the tea and tell you guys everything that you would possibly need to know before moving into the dorms. So if you are new here, like I said, my name is Marissa. I will be a sophomore in the fall at Kent State University and I am a communication studies major, and during my freshman year I lived in your typical freshman style dorm rooms. But if you are new, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and like I said, today I'm going to be sharing everything that you need to know about living in the dorms, from roommates, community bathrooms, what the dorm community is actually like, and some perks to living in a dorm building. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the video. Alright, so the first thing I want to discuss today is roommates. This can either go really good or really bad depending on your situation. So before my freshman year, I personally met my roommate on like our university matching system. Looking back on it, I am so grateful we found each other because she is now my best friend. But I know for some people it doesn't always go that way. So at first I was kind of scared because my roommate and I are both only children, so we have never in our lives had to live with another person in the same room as us. So I was a little bit scared for that, to see kind of how that would play out. I think it actually made us be better roommates to each other, if that makes sense. So like I said, roommates either go really good or bad, especially for freshmen, because you're either paired with someone completely random or you just randomly pick someone, and sometimes it might not be like the best fit for you, and that's like totally normal and okay. More often I feel like people have bad roommates than good roommates, so keep that in mind. Over like hearing people talk about their roommate situation and kind of learning for myself as well, I feel like the thing to have a good roommate experience is to just have mutual respect for each other in multiple aspects. So have respect for the other person, their belongings, their personal space, and your shared spaces in your dorm room. And from talking to people like my friends who had roommate horror stories and like some other people, I've just found that most roommate conflicts come from when that respect is broken in some way. Now it might not be like a huge altercation or anything. It can be something minor like not taking out the garbage. It could be things like your roommate bringing in guests without asking you, or them playing music when you're trying to study. Just like little things like that can honestly build up over time and just tick you off even more, to be honest. But I find that somehow whenever respect gets broken in some way, that is when the conflicts actually arise. So just kind of keep in mind, be mindful of the other person that you are living with, and keep in mind to have mutual respect of them, their belongings, and their space. Obviously there can be like other situations like boys, drama, friends, I don't know, that can like cause problems too. But for the most part, if it's a typical roommate issue, I feel like it's somewhere along those lines. Another tip for living with someone else is to make your boundaries clear at the beginning of the school year. I know for us, my RA had us do a roommate contract. Make what you want and what you know you'll be comfortable with clear in the beginning and stick to that, because if you kind of like change up or don't communicate how you're feeling from the beginning, it can be easy to overstep you and your boundaries, and that person may not even know they're overstepping you. So just make your communicating what you are comfortable with early on in the roommate relationship, and hopefully it should go good for you, whether they're your best friend or just someone that you can tolerate. Alright, so next I want to talk about community bathrooms. This was an interesting experience, to say the least. So community bathrooms are not the most enjoyable, luxurious thing in the world, but they are tolerable. Like, you can do it, I promise you. You get used to it after a while, and you will really be grateful for your home shower, trust me. So a lot of schools have different style community bathrooms in general, and honestly most freshmen do use some form of a community bathroom their freshman year. It's kind of like how it goes, to be honest. My school was on the better end. We have what we're called pod style bathrooms, and basically you would have to swipe into like our large bathroom, and then you would go inside a door, like kind of like a little mini room, a pod if you will, that would have like your shower, your sink, and your toilet. So like you had your own little private space. So it was nice in that way, but I know not every school is like that. So the main thing that I discovered after using community bathrooms is that people are disgusting. I know for me personally, on my floor, I was sharing a community bathroom with 50 other girls. It was a lot. Obviously they were cleaned like every day, like sanitized and stuff, but like they weren't like deep cleaned every day. Like there was still hair everywhere and stuff, so it was really gross. Some of the worst things I've seen were used feminine products just on the floor, not in the garbage can, because you know I just want to see that right at like 8 a.m. in the morning, right? Yeah. Water just all over the floor, like a nice little swimming pool if you will. Not flush toilets, clogged toilets, hair everywhere you could possibly imagine, like wads of it just like chilling on the sink. Toothpaste, It's gross. Just kind of like keep in mind that it's probably going to happen eventually. If anything, just be accountable for yourself. No one's going to clean up after you, so leave whatever space you are using the same that you would have wanted someone to leave it for you before you used it, if that makes sense. I don't know. Just use like human decency, you know, common courtesy. Also, make sure you are wearing shower shoes. I know some people didn't, and I was like, ooh, like why aren't you? Have a robe or wrap to wear, like a shower wrap. That's what I use. They have them at Target to use after your shower, so you don't have to like bring all these clothes to the bathroom. And a nice shower caddy. I had one that was actually like mesh, so the water just like dripped right through it, so all my stuff wasn't always soaked. Those 3 things, you should be pretty good for community bathrooms, but just kind of like be aware they're not the best thing in the universe, but you will get through it, I promise. Okay, so next I want to talk about the dorm environment as a whole. First, I want to say that you are seeing the people like on your floor in your building multiple times a day. Like, I swear I would always run into like the same few people like every day. So be nice, say hi, do a little smile, make friends with the people that you are living around. It's just super nice. A lot of people are super close with their neighbors and people like on their floor. Little FYI, if you like are with someone, like a guy or girl in your dorm building, and like you break up or like things don't end well, you will see them a lot, and it's not fun. Or you'll see them with another person too. So okay, next, take advantage of what your dorm is offering you. My dorm, and I think all the dorms, it's so many fun like little events. There was always free food. I also want to say that RAs are not scary. I don't really know why, but before going into school I was like scared to have an RA. My roommate and I actually became really good friends with our RA by the end of the school year, which was like super nice and fun, and she was super chill, and we love her and we still talk to her to this day. So be friendly with your RA, don't be like mean to them. They're just there to help you if you need anything. I also need to mention that the dorms are loud. The walls are super thin, so you hear just about everything and anything. So my floor in general was super loud. So the people above us who lived above us were also super loud. It always sounded like they were either moving furniture, dropping bowling balls, like jumping from their bed, like I don't know. We always heard like really loud screams. It sounded like someone was getting murdered, but like they would happen pretty often, so we don't know what happened to this day. And then this other time I just heard like random Beach Boy music blasting on a Saturday night in November. So you know, you get a variety. It gets loud, and depending on you, what your habits are, or like what your routine is like, it might bother you. I know during the weekday it really like ticked me off, so it can get annoying depending on like what you're doing, so just kind of be prepared for that. But make the most of living in a dorm because it really is fun. It's a fun community to be in. I liked being around so many people all the time. It was cool. It was a good energy. I liked it. But yeah, make the most of it. You only have like 1 or 2 years in dorm, so just have fun and enjoy yourself while you're living there. So now I want to touch on a few perks of living in the dorms. I know room and board is super expensive, but honestly there are some perks that kind of like make up for it. So the first thing is that you're in a close proximity to all of your classes. You don't have to drive, you don't have to worry about parking, you can just like walk to class. Yes, in the rain and snow it's kind of annoying, but it's still nice, and you get a lot of good exercise. Like my first couple of weeks I was there, I dropped like 10 pounds. So I was drinking water and like I cut out pop completely, and I was doing more walking in those 2 weeks than I had in my entire life. So since you're in proximity to like all your classes, you're also really close to like any resource you could possibly need. You're in walking distance to any kind of food you could imagine, and then you could also like easily DoorDash food to campus if you like really want Chipotle or something. You're close to the library, computers, printing, the bookstore. So like a lot of what you honestly need is on campus. Like, so you just have everything around you. Like anything you could really need is there. Like I said earlier, living in a dorm, you get a chance to meet so many new people. I would never probably met my best friend, my roommate, if I didn't live in a dorm. So grateful for her. So living in a dorm also teaches you a lot of different independence and responsibility, and I just found like living on my own like a new sense of independence that like I didn't really know that I had. It was so nice to be able to set my own schedule, you know, wake up when I want to wake up, go eat dinner when I want to eat dinner. It was just really nice to make those rules for myself in a way for once in my life. So another thing dorm life teaches you, you kind of like learn to deal with your emotions. And I know for a lot of people, whenever they're going through something hard, like they'll say like, I want to go home, I want my mom, I want my bed at home. So like I kind of learned how to manage and deal with my emotions on my own without like my mom. I had my roommate there, but like it was me like lifting myself back up again, if that makes sense. So you learn a lot about yourself, honestly, just from living on your own and with another person. So and my last perk is that you really just get the college experience. Like one of the first things I think of when I think of college life is living in a dorm room away from home for the first time. It really is just a unique experience that you will not get at any other point in your life. So if you're living in a dorm, you are at least getting the classic college experience for sure. Alright, so that is everything that I think you need to know about living in a dorm room. If there's anything that I missed or something that you have a question on, feel free to ask me below and I will definitely get back to you. But if you are going into college this upcoming fall, I really hope this video helped you out if you were nervous or kind of wondering what dorm life is actually like. It's gonna be so much fun and I hope that you have a really good dorm experience. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video today. Don't forget to give me a like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, I will see you guys soon in my next one. Bye guys, thank you so much for watching.
Nation, don't be a stranger. Let me get to know